All right, hello everybody. I'm going to be Tyree Samuels. My Instagram is going to be official Tyree Samuels, and what we're going to be talking about today is going to be going over the product used on the Forex platform called Steady. Now, if you're not aware of what Steady is, you might not be a part of IM.Center. If you're not, I would ask you to either drop a message in my Instagram or follow up with whoever sent you this YouTube video. So, the way that you're going to access Steady is you're going to initially go to the website that all the products are going to be accessible from, which is going to be im.center. So to log into im.center, you'll use your username as well as a password that you would have created at the time that you set up your account. Now, whenever you log in, there's going to be a few things that you're going to see, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to immediately to products because I've already covered how to use im.center in another YouTube video. So whenever you get to im.center, just to backtrack a little bit, you're going to click on where you see products right here. And then whenever you click on products, it's going to bring you to another screen. Now, the next screen is going to bring you to is going to be where you will have access to all the products that IM has to offer, which are going to be maybe more than what you're going to be able to know what to do with. So as you scroll down, you will start to see that they have apps that you can use, Swipe Trades and Gold Cup specifically. And the one that we're going to be covering today is going to be Steady. Now, as you see, Steady is green. A couple of these other ones are gray. The ones that are gold or lit up are the ones that I pay for. Now, if you want to be able to get Steady levels, bounce back, vibrato, these are additional to your subscription. Steady specifically is about $21.95. Now, whenever you first initially click on Steady, there's going to be information that you can read, as well as on all the other products so that you're aware to know what exactly you have the ability to take advantage of. So it's Steady, as it says here, it is an algorithm finding you quality swing trades with risk to reward calculated for you. Now, if you're not aware of what a swing trade is, a swing trade means that the trade is not going to execute within the same day usually. It may take a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month. Usually steady trades are not going to go like a week or anything like that, but a swing trade just means it will take a little longer. So if you don't like waiting and you'd rather have a trade execute same day, that would be considered intraday trading, which Steady does not offer. So the only style is swing. They're going to send it out about 1 to 3 times a week, which is the average number of trades. Sometimes they can send out more. The educators are going to be John Dollery and Justin Sonny. Now, as I touch on the educators, I'm going to immediately plug in their social media so that you can go ahead and follow them. So the first one is going to be John Dollery. So on your Instagram, you can follow this guy. As you see, he is the co-founder and creator of Steady. And as you see here, he has it on his actual Instagram page. So this will be one guy that you follow, John Dollery. And then as you go back to im.products, you see the other educator, Justin. So same concept. We're going to go back here. And I'm going to get you to follow Justin. No, that's not it. Justin, sorry about that. So we're going to get you to follow Justin, which is going to be Supreme Sani. As you see, this is his nickname, which is Starboy. You'll see that on his Go Live session as well. Creator of Steady. Now, these are going to be the two guys that are going to be, as I showed you, the creators of the product, the educators. Now, from here, you would then click on Steady. And whenever you click on Steady, it is going to bring you to this next screen. Now, me personally, Steady is going to be one of my favorite products because for the entry level trader, which a lot of us are, this is going to be one of the easiest products to visually comprehend. Because assuming that you looked at my how to use im.center video and you're able to navigate and look at the Forex 100 series videos and so on and so forth, you should know what an entry is, which will be here. You should know what a stop loss is, which would be here. And most importantly, because this is how we get paid, you should know what a take profit 1 and or take profit 2 is. Because as we know, we don't always have multiple take profits, but for the purpose of this one, we do. Now, with that being said, you want to know how it is that you would take advantage of and use Steady. So with the Steady product, you're going to break it down as simple as this. You are going to need a very important tool to be able to use Steady. It is going to be the Telegram alert chat. If you're a part of IM.Center and you don't have Telegram in general, you need to go ahead and download that. And if you do have Telegram, I would either notion you to either message me on my Instagram, which is at the beginning of the video, official Tyree Samuels, and I can personally send you the Steady Telegram link. But I must stress to you that the Telegram link does not serve you any purpose if you don't actually go buy the product, because all the information that you currently see in front of you will not be available on the actual Telegram alert. It'll just specifically tell you to come check this, which you will not have access to if you don't pay the additional $21.95. So with that being said, I'm going to go show y'all a Steady alert. So this right here would be an example of a Steady alert. So whenever you see Steady is going to send you an alert to your phone via Telegram, just like a text message. Now you see here the time it was sent, 2:29. That was actually an update. So if I were to go here, this right here where you see CAD/JPY update, this would have been the trade alert update that they would have sent at the time that you saw this message, which was 2:29 a.m. Now this is Central Time. I am in Houston, Texas. So obviously your time may have been different, but the concept is the same. You would have gotten an alert that would have said new trade idea. It says log in to IM.Center, click on products, and then click Steady, which is exactly the process that I showed you at the beginning of the video. And it's very important to have a disclaimer. This is an automated alert. We are not financial advisors, and this is not a financial advice. Past profits do not guarantee future profits. So they always have to make you aware. We're not financial advisors. We can't tell you to do anything. We can give you a suggestion, and outside of that, our most recent profits can't guarantee future ones. So you just have to be aware, and they're telling you that. And they also uploaded a picture here. Go to IM.Center, click menu products, Forex Academy, then Steady. Click on the icon. And as you see, as I scroll, that is the only message you'll ever get. So as I repeated, if you were to reach out to me or one of your leaders to get the Steady Telegram alert, please be aware. You need to first buy the product or the alert serves you no purpose. Now that is how you take advantage of the alerts. Whatever timestamp it has, you would need to go check Steady, right? So whenever you go check Steady, you would come here. So since this is an update, we're going to go to the original one because that clearly says update. So we're going to go whenever they first sent out CAD/JPY. Now on Steady, some visual things that you can keep in mind as you're looking at it quickly. If it has a red next to it, that means it's going to be a sell. As you see, sell limit. If it's green next to it, it's going to be for a buy. As you see, buy limit. Now, sometimes whenever you click on these, as you see, they do have a message here. I'm not going to read the message because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but reading the message is going to give you updates on the trade, specifically like how you see here. Now, this says stop loss to break even. If you're still new and don't know what a stop loss is and don't know what break even is, I'm not going to go too deep into that. But saying stop loss to break even literally means if you would have initially set your stop loss here, since the trade is already trending a good amount in profit, they want you to now adjust your stop loss to your entry point. So in the case that if the trade reverses, which can happen, worst case scenario, you would break even, meaning that you would literally lose no money, you would gain no money, you would just start right back at where you were before you entered the trade. So make sure we pay attention to updates like this, and also make sure we read the messages. The yellow column right here indicates update, and as you see, when I clicked on it, the message changes. Moving stop loss to break even after 30 pip rally. So this is going to be what y'all are going to be taking advantage of. Let me refresh this. So this is what y'all take advantage of. Now, y'all want to know exactly how to enter this trade, right? I'm gonna give you an example. Now, as you see here under CAD/JPY, it is a sell limit. What does a sell limit mean? A sell limit means that you would be expecting the market to continue to trend up before rejecting off of wherever you put your entry and then continuing to trail down. Now, sell limit would not activate if the entry point never gets hit. Our entry point got hit, which I will show you. So if you look here, I'm gonna go in as close as I can. Do you see this blue wick right here? This blue candlestick, if you're looking, you'll see it actually hit our entry point. You see, this is our entry, the blue line. If you see the wick actually hit the entry. It came close here, it actually hit here. So since it hit, this trade would have become active. And as of right now, this is where the market currently is via, or they're telling you to adjust your stop loss to break even, just in case if it reverses, you won't lose any money at this point. So a sell limit is broken down that simple. You would have come to this trade. If it was a sell limit, the market would have been still trending up, which would have meant at the time you saw it, if time had went by, unlike a market execution, you still could have had time to enter this trade because it didn't activate until like later on in the night, right? So after this trade would have activated, you would have been in profit almost immediately. But in order to enter the trade, you would have had to have known a few different things. So the thing with steady is sometimes they don't always tell you the actual pip count. So what I personally advise is there's two ways that you can go about doing this. Actually, three. You could either use simple math and be like 83.700 is going to be the entry. The stop loss is going to be 83.94. If you want to do simple addition and subtraction, you can do that. Same concept. This will be the entry. This will be the take profit in the blue, 83.101. So that's one way. You can look at it and visually do simple addition and subtraction, assuming that you understand how to get pip count doing it. The other way is you see this ruler over here where it says measure shifts. You're going to click that. You're going to go to about the entry, and then you're going to go up and try to get as close as possible. So that's pretty close to 23, 24-ish pips. That would be the stop loss. Same concept. The way that you want to know how your pip count is, if you see this number 236, the pips, you're always going to subtract and remove the last number. So if there's only one number, that means it will be less than an entire pip. If it's 236 and you remove the last number, that means that's 23 pips. Basically like 23 and a half, you can say. But the last number you're always going to remove. So same concept. You'll go right back to the entry. You'll scroll down and you go to the first take profit. You see it's about 60. So for people that understand risk to reward, if you're risking 24 pips for about 60, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And not to mention, don't forget we have a second take profit. Where does this one go? This one goes to about 110. So you're risking 24 pips for a maximum of 110 pips. That's a pretty good risk to reward, I'd say. Same concept. It's 1096 visually. If you remove the last number, it's 109, or you can round up to 110. Either or. Now that's the second way. The third way is usually what I prefer. Now, if you see over here where it says long position, we're going to make sure we click over here and do short position since it's going to be a sell. And as you visually see, it pulled up a box. So I'm going to make this box a little smaller so I can fit it up in here. And this box is going to be red, negative, meaning that's stop loss area. Green, meaning that's going to be profit area. So since this is a sell, we obviously want the red to be on top and the green to be on bottom. Because a sell is going to mean that the profit is going to be below, the negative is going to be above. So the way that you would use this is simply like this. You would go over here to settings. You would click. You have your stop level, which here you would enter in the numbers that you see here, 83.941. Your entry price here, you would enter in where you see 83.700. Profit level, here you would enter in your first take profit, 83.101, and then you will remove that and enter in your second take profit. And once you do that, I'll give you an example of what it looks like. .941. Do you see how this now jumped up and that it now tells us it's 23.6 pips? Let me adjust the entry now. So the entry is 83,700. I'm gonna click it again. Now you see the market is adjusted a little bit. So the last one, I'm gonna do 83,101. Now, I just want to make sure that y'all are able to see this. So if y'all see this green versus the red, visually, you should be able to see that it looks like it's more green than it's red, meaning we're risking less stop loss and more of a take profit. So to go more intricate into it, as you hover, you see right here, that's our 23.6 pips right here in the middle, right here. And if you go down, you see that's our 60 or 59 that we already calculated. But this gives you the visual so you can see it. And then the most important thing when it comes to trading, what is your risk to reward? It's right here. Risk to reward is about 2.5 times. So that literally means however much money you could potentially lose in the trade with the 23, 24 pips, you have the ability to make 2.5 times that if you win, assuming you just go to the first take profit. But remember, we have multiple take profits. So I want to be able to personally go see what the second take profit is at. That's me. Now we're going to go back, click settings. No, wait. We're going to go back here. We're going to click settings. And now, that's our stop loss. Now we're going to adjust our take profit, which is going to be 82.604 now. There we go. Same concept. Same concept. Now, do y'all see this? Look how much more green we now have, and I want y'all to see the numbers that fluctuated. Obviously, the stop loss is the same, but let's look at our take profit now. 109, damn near 110. That's the number that we got whenever I used the ruler. The other one, y'all remember the last risk to reward ratio was what? 2.5 times. What is this one now? 4.5 times. That's going to be a really good trade that you want to take. So the breakdown of how steady works, you would get the alert in a telegram. You would come to steady. You will see what's the most recent pair. They have dates. This was sent out on the 7th of January. That was sent out on the 6th, right? This was also sent out on the 6th. This is an update because it's yellow. This would have been a sell. You see sell limit because it's red. This would have been a buy limit. You see green. They have messages down here. They also send updates. You would have come, seen the entry, seen the stop loss, seen both take profits. Before you enter the trade, you wanted to make sure that you were able to comprehend the amount of pips you were risking to how much you could have made and the risk to reward ratio. Once you calculated all that, now you have all the information that you need to understand if you want to take this trade, and if you do, how much money you should be risking. And that is how you use steady. Now that's one example. I'm going to give you another example. Now this is CADJPY. This one is already active. We're going to go to your GBP now. Same concept. You see it has all of this information right here. Whenever you get a chance, please read the information. I'm just not going to do it for the purpose of time on the video. Now, this is the same concept, ladies and gentlemen. Do y'all see? What do you have? You have an entry point, you have a take profit, and you have a stop loss. Now, since this is green, it's going to be a buy. But just like this one is not at market, it's going to be a limit order. Meaning now in reverse, a buy limit means we're now expecting the market to continue trending down before it reverses up. Now let's see what our pip count is. So last time we used short position. Since it's a buy, we're going to use long position. Going to click here. Same concept. So we're going to go. We're going to make sure that we put in our entry point, which is 83,890, right? It's going to adjust. We're going to put in our take profit, which is 85,914, right? Bam. And then last but not least, don't forget our stop loss, 83328. Bam. Let's see what we have. Now look at that again. Doesn't it look like way more green than red? Our stop loss is what, about 56 pips right here? 56.2. Our take profit is 202 pips. What is our risk to reward? Right here, 3.6. Over 3.5 times what you can make versus what you're willing to lose. And that is how you use steady. Same concept. You would have gotten the alert. You would have come to check. There's information here. There's notes. You see how many pips you're risking. You enter in the numbers. You put it in your MetaTrader 4 account, and you go on about your day. Now this one will be an example of a trade, even though they sent it out the same day that the CAD activated. This is a trade that still hasn't activated yet. So somebody who didn't catch this until later on can still be like, oh, it hasn't activated. Let me still put this in. And I want to give a couple more examples. I want to find, yes. So this is another example. And I'm showing all this to show you. Remember how you see here where it says update? The original one, as you see, it's green. That would have indicated that this sent on January 2nd would have been a buy limit. Like I said, it would have been assuming the market would have been trending down before it continued to trend up, right? So with that being said, you see that they sent out an update. If you were to have clicked on the update, it would have told you, well, let me go back to this one. So this example right here, it shows you, you see this message, I am canceling this order as price has fallen far quicker than expected. I will be looking for a deeper retracement to occur as there is more room to go. So you would have gotten an alert. You would have checked this message. He gives you another paragraph over here explaining more into detail. At this point, it would have been him telling you he feels it would be a good idea if anybody actually taking this trade that you should exit, because he feels like the market is going to end up doing something negative, which means it would lose your money. So him sending an alert like this is obviously not something that you have to take, but it would be something I would consider, because the same person you're taking a trade from, I would listen to him sending an update, because there's no guarantee, which is why he's giving you the information so that you know how to maneuver moving forward. And this would be an example of them sending out information on how to cancel a trade. He's literally telling you to cancel the trade, but remember the update on this one was simply telling you to move the stop loss to break even. Now understand there are differences whenever it comes to them sending out updates. And just pay attention to the updates, because the updates are what you're going to utilize to be able to maximize the profits that you can get from the steady platform. And as simple as you may feel that I just went through steady, that's exactly how simple it is. Sell limits, buy limits, you'll have market executions, and that's it. It's only 3 options. Me personally, I've never seen a buy stop and or a sell stop. So not to say that it would never happen, but I've never seen it. So don't really expect those. You're going to do market execution, you're going to do a buy limit, and you're going to do a sell limit. Now, with that being said, the most important thing is that you need to be using something called Go Live. Now, if you don't know what Go Live is, same concept, go access my IM.Center video on how to use it. You go back to IM.Center, and then now you would click on Go Live. Now, whenever you click on Go Live, it is also going to bring up another website. Now, for anybody that is bilingual and speaks multiple languages, as you see here, there are multiple languages on Go Live. Even if you just want to practice another language, go for it. Now, as you scroll down, here, you will see that they have multiple educators. This right here, Kimberly Torres, I love this woman. She sends out alerts on a product called Gold Cup, which I will also be putting a training up on. And she sends out US 30 signals. I don't want to go into how much money she's made me, but just know it's been a good amount. And I'm glad to finally see her get represented on top featured sessions, because she's put in a lot of work and she deserves it. Now, with that being said, these are going to fluctuate. I like Able as well too. So the more you watch them, the more likely you might see their faces on the top 5, because there's over 100 educators. So getting up here on the top 5 is not an easy task. And as you continue to scroll down, you'll see this. Forex Basics, Forex Advanced, different products. We're going to go straight for what we're doing, which is going to be steady. Now, whenever you click on a steady go live, as simple as I showed you steady, I want you to understand that doesn't mean that you need to feel like you don't need to go seeking additional information just because you think that the way that I showed it to you in a few minutes is something you can immediately do. Now, Starboy, as I told you right here, I still remember whenever they told me his name was Starboy, they said he really enjoys watching the weekend. So that'll be the reason why. This is going to be him right here. And as you see, John Dollery, I also showed you his Instagram earlier on my video. These are the 2 creators of Steady. Now, this is the time he gets on Sundays and Wednesdays. This is the time he gets on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you feel as though you're looking at these times and you're like, I either work on those days or I don't feel like I would ever have the ability to get on at that time, that is perfectly okay. Because what I'm going to show you is they actually have recorded sessions. Now, whenever I say they have recorded sessions, they literally have recorded sessions for every single session that they do. I'm going to show you an example. Now, as you see here, January 5th was the most recent one, January 1st, December 29th, December 23rd, so on and so forth. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend trying to go all the way back down. If you can, if you want to, you can, but usually going to any of the educators' favorite sessions, keep in mind some educators don't have favorite sessions, but the ones that do, always go there first if you're new to their channel. Watch their favorite sessions. It'll basically give you enough information, so watching their videos moving forward, you won't be confused on maybe terminology or what they're doing. And that'll avoid you asking them questions about that. That'll slow up the process for the other students that are already past that step. And as you see here, as I was referring right here, do you guys have Telegram chat room too? Yep. So please feel free to message me or reach up to your upline to be able to get access to that. Same concept. With John Dollery, you're also going to be able to do the same thing. You would click on John Dollery. You will go to his recorded sessions, see if he has favorite sessions, and watch them. And using all this information is going to help you be able to understand Steady. And last but not least, I'm going to plug you in with something called Pip Talk, which as usual, you're always going to refer back to im.center. And to be able to access Pip Talk, it's going to be this simple. You're going to click where it says Pip Talk. And after you click where it says Pip Talk, you are going to scroll down. You see where it says Steady? You would click on it. And then for the purpose of showing you, I'm going to unsubscribe temporarily. And then I'm going to simply subscribe back. Tells you you receive updates, trade ideas, education from the Steady team. And then these are the educators. The most recent one was 3 hours ago. My attention is starting to shift towards the exotics with potentially big drops available. My attention will be to find those trade setups. In correlation, we may see AUD and NZD begin to find a base and provide clean swing setups. Same thing. They also sent that same move it to stop loss in here. So for those of you who don't have it, please make sure that you get the im.center app and you can log into it and get the Pip Talk alerts directly to your phone. And with that being said, this has been an educational video on how to take advantage of and utilize the product called Steady that is a part of im.center, and it is created by Justin and John Dollery. Now, if you have any additional information after this video, all of my information will be dropped underneath the video. And outside of that, I hope that you have success trading in the future, and I hope you make as much profit as possible. It is official Tyree Samuels, and I'm going to conclude this video.